Okay, I am back now to look closer at the 3-card spread from that beautiful tarot deck that I was showing you guys earlier. And what I feel is happening is there are at least 3 messages coming through with these 3 cards. The first is a political message. The second is a collective message for those who are newer to their gifts and, have been waking up since November. And the last is a personal message for me. So I'm going to do my best to get through these messages. And I do want to preface this by saying I do not read tarot. This is not the thing that I do. Again, I got this deck just for fun and just for, playing around and doing readings for myself, right? What I mostly do when it comes to readings are energy readings where I tune into a person. All I need is their first name, and I deliver the messages as I receive them, mostly through images, but then sometimes through words and sound and taste and whatever else. I also connect to deceased loved ones who are up there, a part of our spirit team, or who just, have messages for us that are pertinent to what we're exploring on the psychic level. So, with that said, the die-hard tarot readers do not come from me, okay? I am intermediate at best if we're talking about the major arcana, and if we're talking about the minor arcana, probably a beginner. Yes. Okay, so that first card was the Fool that came up. The second card was the Temperance card. Then there was the third card, which is the Death card. And as a clarifier for the Death card was the Emperor. And then on the bottom of the deck was the Hierophant, or Hierophant. Am I saying that right? Hierophant? Okay, so for the political message, what I feel is coming through is it's kind of just giving us a snapshot of, I would say, the last 6 months of where we were and how we got here and what's happening in the immediate future. And then I feel like this Hierophant is giving us a suggestion on how to move forward, kind of like what to do, right? So with that, of course, there's lots of depth when we're talking about the Fool. I feel like it is summarizing, the way that we casted that cosmic vote for Kamala. And as a nation, the majority of us chose to, quote, be on the right side of history with that one. Although it wasn't reflected back in the tabulations, given their chicanery and the trickery that happened behind that. Now, yes, I do believe that the votes were, that, the election was stolen. I'm one of those people. So you can call me crazy if you want, but you could also do some research and see that the analysts and the data scientists have been putting together the data that shows just that. So it ain't a conspiracy theory at this point. It's more like a fact. But okay, there's that, as well as us falling off the cliff with the orange blob, right? Because as a nation, we kind of fell off the damn cliff when he came on the scene again, given all of the chaos that they are spewing and doing from the WH. And I'm trying to hurry up for the sake of time and, the length of this video. But I'm hoping I didn't miss anything that I wanted to share about that. I feel like the Temperance card is the continuation of what's going on. So the way that I usually read a 3-card spread is like, this would be the past, the Fool would be the past. Where we at? The Fool would be the past. This would be the present. And this in the clarifier would be the future. But I don't feel like that's entirely true for this reading. I feel like, yeah, this is the past. Okay. This is the continuation and what's happening in the present. And then this is also going on in the present, this death. So for the Temperance, I would say that this is us trying to navigate the crazy chaos that has been ensuing. And we know, if we've been paying attention, what that is and how it has been, how we've been navigating it, what the courts have been doing, how the protests are going, how many people are showing up at the protests, while also trying to figure out how we move forward collectively, when it's important for us to come together, how we come together, what we're willing to give up in order to get them potentially removed, or, you know, just have the things that we want, right? Not roll over and give up our rights because we feel defeated. So I feel like that is all speaking or encapsulated in this Temperance card. It kind of gives me, this card always does, and you can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. Again, I'm not that versed in tarot, but this card always gives me like Libra vibes, like we're always trying to balance the scales, find the rhythm, find the beat, find the pace, you know, to get through something. And then we've got the Death card and the Clarifier. So for this, these are, especially with this card, because this one signifies authority, systems, structure. The Emperor does. And then we got the Death card, though. The death of these systems, these structures, and these political figures, and these authority figures, and all of the stuff that's going on with the cold blocks, because I don't want to say the word, but you can put it together. Yeah, so we've got the death of not only that, as well as the empire, right? The empire known as America. That shit's dying. We're in the late stage capitalism part of things. We understand that the illusion is dying as well of the American dream. And so lots of things, right? Because this card alone is like rebirth, death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. So we're also trying to figure out what it is that we need and want moving forward. This card is speaking to exactly what it is we're trying to figure out about that. The systems and the structures that we live by that no longer support us. And then, 2 minutes. Then we've got the Hierophant, which is trying to tell us, hey, look to spirituality, look to the inner wisdom, look to the ancestral wisdom, look to what the land needs, look to what we need and what our yearnings are as a collective, because that's where we're going to find our answers about how to put these structures together again, or to replace them all together in the future. So that's my quick read on the political side of things. I'm going to have to do another video to get to the collective message about people who are newer to their gifts that's coming through. So I will see you in that video. Thank you.